About 7 or 8 years ago, my parents moved to the beautiful medieval town of Anjou in the sunny Loire Valley in the northwest of France. Visiting them from wherever in the world I happen to be living has always been a joy, with some of France's best wineries close at hand, some great shops in the town centre, and of course my mother's fantastic cooking. I always return from there with a few pounds added to my belly and a few stones lifted off my heart. Now, Anjou is known for a few things: its towering cathedral, the river Maine running through its heart, the medieval House of Adam with its sculpture of a man with 3 hanging out because of course. But the thing that most people visit for is the castle, founded in the 9th century and completed in 1234. Now, as you can see, the castle itself is a thing of beauty, but the reason I go back year after year, other than the view, is the series of 14th century tapestries that are on display there, depicting the scenes of the Apocalypse, the final book of the New Testament, being a relation of the world-shattering visions revealed to an early Christian called John, while he was exiled on the Greek island of Patmos. The final book of the Bible has had a monumental impact on the course of history, and I'd say that if you're looking for a fresh, esoterically informed take on the Book of Revelation, you could do worse than pick up a copy of The Red Goddess by Peter Gray, which recently got a re-release from Scarlet Imprint. The tapestry was originally on display at the cathedral, permanently exposed to natural daylight, which is why the colours are so faded. It's only about 70 years ago that they were moved to the castle, with very subdued lighting, as you can see here. Luckily, the teams of embroiderers who worked on this project did an incredibly high-quality job, and the reverse side of the tapestries still have their original vibrant colours. There are a number of books available that you can buy that feature those rarely exposed reverse sides. There are a few scenes missing. During the French Revolution, the tapestries were torn down from the cathedral, where they were still on display at the time, and used for a variety of purposes, ranging from just household carpeting to insulation for stables, to probably my favourite use, coverings for orange trees to keep the frost off during cold nights. Now, out of the 90 scenes, 71 of them were recovered, and despite the collection's tribulations, it's still an immense joy to see them in real life. Every time I visit, I spot new things I hadn't noticed before, and it's just fascinating to see this very psychedelic, very modern design in blue and red. Really very striking visual patterns and rhythms. I'd say that many graphic designers today might learn something from these tapestries that were made over 100 years before the Renaissance even got started. I'd say that Louis the Ist, the Duke of Anjou, who actually commissioned these tapestries, really had an eye for aesthetic quality when he got the Flemish artist Jean Bondol to make the original designs for these. But of course none of that would have seen the light of day, if you'll forgive me the rather sad use of the expression here, if it hadn't been for the weavers and embroiderer artisans who, it's estimated, would have taken a total of around 80 man-years of labour to complete this. I'll just shut up now for a little bit and let you enjoy the pictures.
Quantus tremor est futurus, quando iudex est venturus, cuncta stricte discussurus. Tuba mirum spargens sonum, per sepulcra regilionum, cogetiones ante tronum. Mors stupiditet natura, cum resurget creatura, iudicanti responsura. Liber
I've always found the Book of Revelation fascinating, the theories around the circumstances of its writing. Was this a chemically induced vision? Was it a thinly veiled political critique? Were any of the details meant to be understood in a literal way? My own opinions regarding these questions have evolved from one end of the scale to the other and everywhere in between over the years, and I've found it to be an endless source of intrigue and directly resulting growth for me. Do you have an opinion on the meaning or meanings of the book's imagery? Let me know down in the comments if St. John of Patmos's visions have had as strong an influence over your life as they've had over mine. I'd be very curious to know in what ways, for good or bad. And if you'd like to discuss in any kind of depth with me and with other members of the Foolish Fish channel, you might consider joining us on the Foolish Fish Discord chat server, which is open to all members of my channel, with memberships starting at just $2 a month. Just click on the little join button next to the subscribe button, or check out the link in the description to find out more. The instructions for how to join the Discord channel once you're a member are also right here in the description. Do take a moment to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, as you probably know that really helps these videos to get suggested to a wider audience, which in turn makes it more sustainable for me to keep making these videos. And if you haven't done so already, don't forget to click the little bell next to the subscribe button so that you get shown my videos on your YouTube homepage more regularly. As always, my deepest gratitude goes out to every one of you for taking the time to watch, and especially to the amazing community of members who make this channel sustainable. Thank you to each one of you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you all for watching, and see you again soon with another video.